Jessica, professor of theater at Montgomery County Community College, and we're going to talk about Laban movement analysis today. This is a great way to define a character's movement, their physical presence in the world, without using terms that deal with gender. And so by using these new vocabulary words, we're going to steer away from gendering our characters, so any person of any gender can play any of these roles. And that is how we continue to create a safe space in theater and through our classes. So we're about to go into these new terms. Feel free to write them down, or if you want to look at the corresponding unit to learn more about them, you can do that as well. So the first four are broken down into four different terms. We have direction, which can either be direct, like you're going right towards somebody, amazing, or indirect, like you're just not sure where to go, right? And we're usually an indirect kind of folk. Or you have heaviness, yeah? Or weight, I should say. You have weight. And weight can be heavy, right? Somebody who's royal, making themselves known, or light, right? Yeah, what else can be light? Maybe even just your chin, the way you carry yourself. Great. You have time, quick, yes? And I feel like in our anxious states, we are often quick, or we are so bound by anxiety that maybe we go to sustained, which is like slow motion, sustained. Really slow, slower than you think is even possible. Like when you're trying to look at somebody you like, and you just about do it. And then you also have flow, which is either bound, and you can feel all of your muscles contracting in a safe way, or free, where everything's a little bit loosey-goosey. So you have direction, flow, weight, and time. And please, again, look at those in the corresponding unit. And then we're going to break down those efforts into 8 different efforts to help build more of a physicality for your character. And by doing this, you're going to continue to separate yourself away from your character. So you're building somebody who is different than you, so you feel safe and free to explore this character, and it doesn't feel too close to your everyday waking reality. So we're going to go through these movements, and please look at them in the corresponding unit so you can find out more about them. But the first one is dab. I know, dab, right? Great. Dabbing, good. Glide, just direct. Slash, is indirect. Good. Float, my favorite. I love to take up space. Punch, which doesn't just have to be the typical, right? You want to think about using these efforts in different parts of your body with punching. Good, good, good. And we have flick. See if you can flick with your neck, your shoulder. Good. Nice, Colin. Great. And ring, which maybe you can even ring your stomach so you don't close yourself off. You never want to close yourself off in theater because then I can't see you, but instead, how do you continue to open yourself up? And the last one is press, right? Make yourself known. Press. Great. We're now going to look at some different students' exploration of these efforts through different roles that they've played. Now we're going to look at these efforts, and our first student is seated because I want to show you that you can explore these efforts in any way that is comfortable for you, but I do encourage you to make bold choices and to challenge yourself. So this first one is punch.
Hi, my name's Lex, and I played Astrov in Uncle Vanya and used punch when turning down Sonia. The line that I used was, "I'm incapable of loving you," or anybody else.
Good. Now, Lex didn't just punch, right, with a fist, but instead used his upper body to be able to use that effort to make his character come alive. Great. Now we're going to move on to ringing.
Hi, I'm Dylan. I played Hamlet, and in the monologue I used ringing, sort of to just show Hamlet's grief and despair and frustration as he's talking to his mother. Mm-hmm. I guess the line would be, nor windy suspiration of forced breath, no, nor the fruitful river in the eye. So that's what
Ringing.
I used to ring and still remain open while I do that. So I'm not down here.
Yes, exactly. So ringing doesn't have to be internal. It can still be open because even if you're alone on stage, you're communicating with the audience. You're always telling the story, and so you're open. You're never closed off. That was great. And now we have flicking.
Hi, I'm Finn, and I played Helena in A Midsummer Night's Dream, and I used flick to help convey Helena's love for Demetrius. I am your spaniel! Woof!
The best flicking on the word woof. Amazing. Thank you so much. We're going to move back over to gliding.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Con Hogan, and I played Katurian and the Pillowman, and I used gliding in the scene to, I guess, direct the scene into a way that's more open, yet that is also direct. And I mean, you read these things, these stories.
Amazing. Great use of glide for an intelligent character, right? Still direct. Now we're going to pressing.
I'm Thea, and when I was with Proctor for a scene from The Crucible, I used press to try and convey how much she wanted to get this information out of her husband. So, like, you were alone with her?
Amazing. Yes. And so again, press doesn't just have to be with the hands. It was coming straight out, led by the chin. Great. And now we're going to look at floating. My favorite.
I'm Peyton. I played Yelena in Uncle Vanya, and I used floating to show how she was in her head trying to make decisions for herself. And the line I used was, "For once in my life."
Amazing. And now you're going to hate me, but this is what I'll do in class as well, is like, that's like a 2. And then how can you take it even bigger? Can you open it up even more? I know. Let's try it.
For once in my life.
And do you see all that air and how we take up space? We are trained in life to be small, right? You get on the subway, you don't want to take up a lot of space. You walk through the hall, you don't take up a lot of space. But in theater, you have to take up space to tell the story if that's your character. And this is where Elena has chutzpah, right? And so sometimes I'll say, make a bolder choice. And so it can be a choice that takes up more space. Thank you. Amazing. Great. And last but not least, we got 2 efforts.
Hi, my name is Sydney, and I played everybody in the show Everybody. We went from 2 efforts. One was slash, and then we went into flick. I used those directions, changing the efforts, to show everybody's emotional journey through understanding that they are about to die through love's guidance. So, starting with flash, I have no control! And then going into flick, I surrender!
Amazing. Thank you so much. So there's no wrong way to do this. Try it out. You know the qualifications if something's light or heavy or quick or sustained, but maybe some things live in a middle ground. So I encourage you to just find your way, right? We get to be a little silly, we get to be a little unconventional, and you get to make bold choices. So I really encourage you to have fun with it and start using this terminology. Right? Oh, I really liked how you flicked in your scene in order to create the anxious world of Anna in A Bright New Boise. So I hope you can use these to help chart your character's journey, and I hope you can use them to continue to separate yourself away from your character. For more information on Laban movement or the amazing acting classes at Montgomery County Community College, please feel free to email me. You can see my email below, or reach out to me or Tim Gallagher and come audition for the plays, because you don't have to have any acting experience to come out and audition for the plays, right?
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So come out for any of these acting classes and come up for Drama Club or West End Student Theater at Montgomery County Community College.